Do you have a scary story with like ghosts and goblins or anything like that?
I have a very scary story. "2019, and there was a beautiful, beautiful building in Mesa, Arizona, a duplex that I was really interested in buying. A local wholesaler named Rafael Carasquillo, great guy, no longer in the business, but wonderful guy, was wholesaling some properties to me and direct to seller. He was spending a lot of money on marketing, guys. This is one of those acquisition wholesalers that was primarily getting his leads through direct mail and knew of me as a great resource for him to help him dispo his deals, also as just a buyer. And this was a specific deal that we wanted to buy. All right, a really nice duplex in Mesa, Arizona. I've been following up with Rafael for months and months and months and months and months on this deal. He had sent it to me, asked me for a buy number, and then kept telling me that the seller and he had agreed. However, the seller was really elderly and she just needed some time to meet up with him and sign the contract. And like any good business person, I did my job and I continued following up with Rafael week after week after week after week to find out if there was any updates on the contract being executed. Well, what ended up happening was he had said, Jamil, this is going to be one of those properties that's going to be really difficult to get into after I sign the contract. So normally I like, if I'm going to buy and commit to a property, I want to walk it at least one time. This was earlier, like, in 2019, I was really a seasoned wholesaler, but these days I buy stuff sight unseen. I don't even need to walk a house any longer. At that time, I really like to walk it. So I ended up walking the property. Well, I ended up going to the property, meeting Rafael at the property to walk it. Now, we end up getting there at 3 p.m. and the seller is supposed to meet us at 3 o'clock. And we knock on the door and there's no answer.
Hey handsome, this video is brought to you by Keyglee Franchise. If you want to have a wholesale business that's as awesome as mine, because it kind of is mine, but it'll be yours, what you want to do is click on the link in the description and figure out how you can have a conversation with somebody on my team and become a Keyglee Franchise. Now stop watching me over here and watch me over there, Bear.
So he says she must just be away. She doesn't really move around much. So he was surprised that she hadn't answered, but he said she'll be here. She's a very nice lady and she would never stand him up. So we waited. We waited about 20 minutes. Again, no answer. Finally, the upstairs occupant, the person who lived above her in the duplex, it was an up-down duplex. He saw that we were standing outside and kind of loitering in front of the building. So he came down. Now, he had a relationship with the old lady that lived in the bottom unit because he would help her go buy her groceries. So they knew each other. They knew each other really well. And so what he ended up doing was he said, hey, guys, yeah, she should be home. Maybe we should go in there. And so he runs back upstairs and grabs the key. So a few minutes later, he comes downstairs with his keys and he opens the door. Well, upon walking in, it was really interesting because I see all these like things flying around and I'm like, whoa, crazy. And we walk in and I start getting hit in the face with flies, like lots of flies, more flies than I had ever seen. And it was gross. It was disgusting. And so I ran out the door because I was like, ew, I don't know what this was. And so you could just picture me getting grossed out, getting hit in the face by flies and not walking inside it much further. So I ran out the door and Rafael and the upstairs occupant ended up going inside and looking around. Well, what ends up happening is Rafael goes into the restroom and the lights are off in the restroom, but he can kind of see that there's somebody in the tub. And so he goes over to the tub and she's in the tub, naked and dead.
Thanks for watching another one of my YouTube videos. Now it's your turn to go out and take some action. But before you do, like and subscribe to my channel because the law of reciprocity means you owe me.